Lighthouse Church in the city's industrial area. The church has opened its doors to Sunday worshippers for the morning church service. A commotion outside the church sees hundreds of churchgoers run for dear life. A leader of a gang of 15 men has brandished a pistol. Those who can dash before the gang catches up with them manage to do so. Others run to the safest place, perhaps the church, but they are wrong. This man whom KTN has learnt is the leader of the gang leads the other gangsters into a robbing spree. Everyone and anything that is worth stealing is stolen here. The gang assumes control of the main gate into the church compound. Unsuspecting worshippers are forced to lie down, stripped of their personal belongings. The robbery drama has just begun. One after the other, worshippers just arriving in time for the morning church service are forced to the ground, beaten and robbed. Watch, for instance, this man. When he arrives at the main entrance of the church, is pulled by a three-member gang. The limping gangster, as nicknamed by the police, rushes to his side. The terrified man has no choice but to cooperate. It appears the gang had carried out a background of the church premises before staging the daring robbery that lasted almost an hour. Somehow, each gangster showed up with a plastic bag for this important mission. Stuffing what they can into the plastic bags is what they do. What they can quickly hide in their pockets, they do. Watch closely. One of the gangsters wears the wristwatch of a man they have just robbed. 15 men, one armed with a pistol, a handful terrified churchgoers. The robbery, it appears, has just begun. The robbers emerge again and play into the church cameras. It seems the robbery is over, but as the gang prepares to leave the church premises, weighed down by the day's loot, a clan drives in. The church robbery drama kicks off once again. The driver of this white car attempts to resist. He is pulled out and robbed, but the car's engine is still running. One of the gangsters runs after it. The car nearly outruns him. When he finally manages to stop it, picking anything and everything from the stationary car is what he does. For almost an hour, the gang terrorizes church faithful at the Lighthouse Church in industrial area. As the daylight robbery goes on, the ringleader, the limping gangster, announces it is time to leave. The gang of 15 people leave the church, but they don't just leave. They walk out with the day's collection, bag after bag of loot containing personal belongings of those who are turned up for the Sunday service. Shocked, injured and still terrified, one after the other, the church members start streaming out of the church premises. It is now emerging that police have since gunned down the limping gangster captured on the CCTV cameras installed in the church premises. The gangster was killed in what police say was a shootout. One other robber was arrested and has since been arraigned in court. 13 other gangsters are still out there, somewhere waiting to strike again. Somewhere you and I believe is perfectly safe, just like this house of God was before the gangster came swooping in. Benson Sarigo, KTN Prime.